He was received by Iranian authorities on his arrival. The Vice President will attend the official ceremony to pay condolences on the death of President Raisi and Foreign Minister Hossein Amir Abdollahian of Iran. A horrific helicopter crash. Thank you, Ollie. Thank you for joining in. All right, now on to Germany. A high-profile trial of members of a far-right group accused of plotting a coup to overthrow the German government has begun in Frankfurt. The 9 suspects include an aristocrat, a former judge and 2 senior army officers. In total, 26 people are being prosecuted in 3 related trials in what is being called one of the most complex cases in recent German history. In the event of the group's success, self-styled Prince Heinrich, 72, was expecting to replace Olaf Scholz and become the new Chancellor of Germany. And now to understand the story better, we are joined by DW correspondent Emily Leshner from Berlin. Emily, tell us more about who is on trial and what were they allegedly planning?
Hi. Yeah, the defendants in this case, they are accused of being the ringleaders of a plan to overthrow Germany's government, a plan that allegedly included storming parliament and detaining high-ranking politicians like Chancellor Olaf Scholz, as well as Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock and an opposition leader. And there were also plans for a violent takeover of the main small arms supplier to Germany's military. The defendants in this case are facing charges of treason and belonging to a terrorist organization. Now, you mentioned that there are around 29 defendants being tried. In this trial, there are 10. There are 2 other trials linked to this alleged coup attempt. One that began at the end of last month against the so-called military arm of Reichsbürger, and another that is scheduled to begin in June against alleged associates of Reichsbürger. And one of the defendants in this case, as you mentioned, is the man that was touted as the next leader of the German state if the coup had been successful. That's the 72-year-old aristocrat Heinrich VIII, Prince Reuss.
Okay, Emily, looking at the larger picture, how big is this Reichsbürger movement in Germany?
Well, German intelligence officials say there are between 20 and 23,000 people in the country who pledge allegiance to the Reichsbürger movement, which is more of a network or a movement than it is a single unified group. The average Reichsbürger supporter is around 50 years old, male, and typically socially and financially disadvantaged. And its members believe that Germany is a deep state run by foreign entities. Reichsbürger translates literally to citizens of the Reich. Those who support it deny the legitimacy of Germany's post-World War II federal republic. And the fundamental belief underpinning this movement is a rejection of Germany's constitution, its legal system, as well as its institutions. Up until a decade ago, they were considered pretty fringe and relatively harmless, but that has changed as they've begun to stockpile weapons and to commit crimes, which have included murdering a German police officer.
Okay, thank you, Emily. Emily Leshner joining us from DW Berlin. You're watching DD India Global. Still to come on the show.